Mark, what experts might be called at a final trial?
Wow. Okay, so it depends on what kind of case is. So let's break it up into property cases and into child custody matters. Obviously, if you've got a divorce case, those two go together. Mm-hmm. Property cases, okay? Is there a business that is owned? Okay, business valuation expert. Do you have commingled funds? Okay, when I say commingled, some that you own prior to marriage, some that you had after the marriage. So you got some separate property, you got some that is community property. Well, what's what, and how do you determine that? Well, that's where you're going to have a forensic accountant come in and do some tracing to be able to try to figure that out. You know, are there certain issues where you are trying to recover emails and text messages and things like that? Have things gone disappearing? You know, so do you need a computer forensics expert to get a hold of certain things? So there are a whole litany of experts that you can have on that side. Now let's talk about the child custody side. You might have a psychologist or psychiatrist. Okay, psychiatrist could testify about medication. You could also have a psychologist or a psychiatrist who could also do a psychological evaluation. You could have a child custody evaluator that doesn't have to be a psychologist, but could be a master's level mental health professional. Maybe they're a licensed professional counselor. Maybe they are a master's in social work. Those people could testify. Maybe you've got a therapist for the child. Maybe you've got a therapist for the parties. You know, so there can be a whole bunch of different experts. Maybe you've got someone where family violence is involved. And so maybe you've got a BIP counselor who's testifying. A BIP counselor would be someone that puts on the class that battery prevention program, okay? Intervention and prevention program. So there's a whole litany of people that can testify. We talked a little earlier about, you might also have an educational or a school expert who's going to testify about, what Kathy wants to do once she gets to college, and what are the best schools for that? What classes does she need to be taking in high school? What does she need to be doing to get prepared? What do the different school districts where mom and dad are, what classes do they offer that are going to best prepare her for what she wants to do? Do you have kids that are athletes that are involved in volleyball, softball, baseball, basketball, football? Do they need to do additional training? Are they involved in club sports? Are they involved in cheer, gymnastics? You know, what's offered in Dallas as compared to what's offered in Schulenburg is vastly different, okay? So these are all things that you can have experts testify about. So it is really incredibly broad. I mean, we didn't even talk about on the property side. Let's say you've got intellectual property. Let's say that you've got oil and gas stuff. Let's say you've got commercial properties. Let's say you've got multi-state family or multi-family properties. Let's say you've got single-family rental properties. There's a litany of people that can testify about, the shape of all these different assets and what's important.
There's a lot there. Your family matters. Get it done right the first time.
Absolutely.
Find the right lawyers who know the right experts, when to use the experts, when not to use the experts.
Right.
How to get it done right. Trust Scroggins Law Group.
Look forward to hearing from you.